According to someone who has no idea what they're talking about, we are all judging VR by its pedigree when we put the headset on and have a blast playing our favorite games. Obviously, we aren't judging it by the amount of fun we're having. No. The only reason you like VR is because it comes from a rich pedigree of royalty or some other BS like that. Anyways, we'll talk about that in every VR game releasing this month, but before that, let's talk about Facebook. Last week, I talked quite a bit about Facebook wanting to turn themselves into a metaverse company as opposed to a social media company. In other words, VR is going to be a major part of their business model moving forward as they pioneer what will essentially be a VR oasis. Immediately after posting that video, I found out that they actually already have a product team dedicated to building the metaverse. This means that this isn't just some vague dream that Facebook hopes will become a reality one day. They're actively pushing towards this goal with employees dedicated to the concept. I'm excited to see this become a reality, but I'm a little scared that with Facebook at the helm, the platform might turn into your grandma's new favorite place to embarrass you, much like Facebook itself. Also announced shortly after last week's video was the confirmation that we will be getting a 128GB Oculus Quest to replace the 64GB model later this month. As of right now, you can't actually get a headset because Oculus had to recall their facial interfaces due to some skin irritation that occurs when using it. They are actively at work now to make sure that all future headsets come stock with a free silicone face cover that fits over the foam. If you already own a Quest, you can actually contact Facebook to get your own free silicone face cover right now, but unfortunately you can't exactly contact them to double your storage if you happen to buy the 64GB model. But at least take solace in the fact that you now own an exclusive collector version of the Quest, even if it's inferior to what will be available later this month. Talking about the Oculus Quest, everyone is making a big deal about Gabe Newell mentioning that you might be able to run an Oculus Quest on the new Steam Deck. He said, "Our view is that the openness of the PC ecosystem is the superpower that we all collectively benefit from. So if you want to install the Epic Game Store on here, if you want to run an Oculus Quest on it, those are all great. Those are features, right? That's what I want to hear as a gamer." Now, I've already said before that I don't think the Steam Deck will be able to run VR. I'm open to being proven wrong, but the problem with this statement from Gabe Newell is that he isn't really involved in the day-to-day operations of Valve. He's more like the Queen of England in that he's a symbolic figurehead and nothing more. Beyond that, he's actually known for making wild statements that aren't actually true, all to get attention and press. All of that said, you obviously will be able to connect your Quest to the thing. It has the ports for it. The question is how well it will actually run, and that's something we just won't know until one of the bigger VR channels that actually bought the thing try doing it for themselves. Because, I'm not wasting my money for a poor person pancake gaming device when I have VR. The big thing I want to talk about today is the article titled "Virtual Reality is the Rich White Kid of Technology." And I'm not going to tell you the publication or the author because honestly, I don't want this trashy opinion piece getting any more attention. I don't know why, but conventional media just loves hating on VR, and they just won't stop doing it, despite the fact that the Quest 2 is one of the most successful second-generation devices to be sold. I even heard someone say that it sold more than the second-generation iPhone, but since we don't know the exact Quest 2 sales numbers, I can't exactly prove or disprove that. In the article, he describes how after all of these years of playing VR, their minds, whoever he's referring to besides himself, I'm not sure, but their minds remain collectively unblown. He goes on to sarcastically quote how VR is about to turn the corner and about to be this massive industry to revolutionize the world, but that it never actually does. He then describes VR as a rich white kid that never stops failing upward because of his famous rich parents, forever graded on a generous curve, judged on its potential rather than the results. Now, I'm not sure what rich white kid hurt him so much to make him so bitter and angry with the world, but I'd say that VR is anything but that. I'm not going to break down more of the article to try and defend VR, as I've already done that several times in the past with other opinion pieces written by people who obviously have never really experienced good VR and, hasn't talked to anybody outside of their own bubble of thought when it comes to the subject. I think VR speaks for itself when you have one of the most accepting communities full of people who tried VR with their friends and then were immediately mind blown at the potential and had to get it. This community is the most accepting and wholesome communities that I have ever had the pleasure of being a part of, full of gamers who can barely hold the headset on their head all the way up to older generations who have never had an interest in gaming until now. We all collectively fell in love with VR because of what it can offer, a unique, immersive gaming experience that is impossible to get any other way. I know way too many people who sold their other gaming consoles because they found themselves playing nothing but VR, and that blows my mind. So while this person may go on to think that we are judging VR on its pedigree, whatever the hell that means, I'll continue to enjoy VR because of how much fun I have in it and push for more innovation in the industry because I love it and what it offers. With that out of the way, let's talk about every major VR game releasing or getting an update this month. First off, we have Strive, which is an amazing parkour-style shooting game that has been available on PC for a while now. Many people compare it to Mirror's Edge in VR, and it is in the running to be the best VR game of 2021. It will be releasing for the Quest platform on August 5th. Disc Ninja, also releasing on August 5th, is basically disc golf set in a magical feudal Japan. I honestly have no idea what disc golf is, but I gotta say the Japanese aesthetic has me interested. Also coming out on August 5th is the Kingdom update for Population 1. Not much is known about it besides a few short trailers released from Big Box. If you want to hear more about it, make sure you're subscribed because I have a whole video covering the update coming out later this week. Releasing on August 10th for PC VR is Carrier Command 2. Now, I don't know much about this game beyond the fact that it will put you in charge of various aircrafts in the middle of the ocean, but it does look pretty cool, so check it out on August 10th.
Watch your line, but keep it fast.
Then releasing on August 20th is Fracked, a highly anticipated PlayStation VR exclusive. Again, I haven't looked too much into it because I'm not a PlayStation VR gamer, but I know a lot of people have been really interested in this title coming out on August 20th. Probably the biggest release of this entire year will be on August 24th for only the Rift platform, and that is Lone Echo 2. I've talked about this one several times in the past. It's the sequel to Lone Echo, which is universally accepted as one of VR's top 10 games of all time. Lone Echo 2 has been in development for several years now, and if it's anything like the first one, it will feature an immersive story in some of the most beautiful environments that VR has to offer.
Not to jinx it, but I think we're actually making progress here.
Looks like you've hit the jackpot with another relaxing mission.
Also releasing on August 24th for all platforms, including Quest and PlayStation VR, is I Expect You to Die 2. The first was a very well-received puzzle game where you're a spy escaping dangerous situations that no one expects you to survive. Inspired by James Bond, this is definitely one that I'll be getting.
And a strict health regimen to keep you in shape.
On August 26th for PlayStation VR, we'll also be getting Traffic Jams, where you'll be able to redirect traffic in a unique and cartoony world of fun. Definitely not one I'm interested in, but maybe for the kids. That's it for this video, a little bit shorter this week because nothing major came out except for the stuff I barely missed last week. Comment down below and let me know what upcoming games you're most excited for. I also want to thank my YouTube members for supporting this channel, but that's it, I'm out.